you played football, huh?
Well, yes, I was a quarterback, but I was much more adept at boxing, really.
Boxing?
Hollywood's golden age may have been known for its glamour and glitz, but beneath the surface, many of its biggest stars had a darker side. From on-set feuds to ruthless ambition, these actresses were often more cutthroat than charming. But who was the cruelest of them all? Join us as we uncover 20 most cruel actresses from Hollywood's golden age. Number 20. Zsa Gabor. Zsa Gabor, a Hungarian-American actress and socialite, gained fame for her beauty, charm, and glamour. She relocated from Hungary to the US in 1941 and stood out with her elegance and European flair. Although she acted in various movies, she gained more recognition for her lavish lifestyle and romantic relationships. In 1942, she tied the knot with Conrad Hilton, the creator of Hilton Hotels, but their marriage ended in 1947. However, this was only the start for Zsa, as she went on to get married 9 times in her lifetime. She was constantly in the public eye, not just because of her marriages, but also because of her confident and bold personality. One of Zsa Gabor's most famous conflicts was with actress Elke Sommer. The feud began when Sommer made a disrespectful comment about Gabor during a TV show. The argument escalated, leading to public insults from Gabor and her husband, Frederick Prince von Anhalt. The dispute eventually went to court, and Gabor was told to pay $3.3 million in compensation. In 1989, a police officer stopped her while she was driving her Rolls-Royce. She did not have a license, there was an open bottle in the car, and instead of following the officer's instructions, she hit him and drove off. This incident further solidified her image as someone who is brave and likes attention. If you think this is shocking, then wait till you find out how cruel the next actress is. Number 19. Clara Bow. Clara Bow, known as the original It Girl, was a popular actress in early Hollywood due to her lively personality and unique charm. She quickly rose to fame after starring in the 1927 movie Wings, and became famous for her carefree attitude and boyish fashion sense, embodying the essence of the Roaring Twenties. Clara did not conform to the ideal Hollywood image. She had a strong Brooklyn accent, used common language, and was honest about her feelings. While this made her popular with fans, it caused some conflicts with others in the industry. She often disagreed with directors and co-stars, and once even left the set during an argument. Clara was famous for her personal life being in the news. She had many relationships and enjoyed attending parties. She wasn't concerned with following society's norms and preferred to live by her rules. Despite being praised for her skills, she began to receive less attention in the media. In the early 1930s, Clara stopped acting. She wasn't as famous anymore, and people mostly remembered her for her adventurous lifestyle rather than her acting. However, she is still seen as a representation of the charm and boldness of early Hollywood. Number 18. Mae West. Mae West was a famous actress known for her confident personality and unforgettable performances in movies. She wasn't just a regular movie star, she was a bold trendsetter who expressed her thoughts openly. Mae's quick wit and self-assured demeanor made her one of the most popular Hollywood celebrities. In both her movies and personal life, Mae broke the rules of her era. She did not conform to society's expectations and instead played bold characters and spoke her mind. Mae wasn't afraid to express her opinions, even if they were controversial. There is a story about her getting kicked out of a Hollywood party for being too daring, illustrating her willingness to challenge societal norms. On the movie set, Mae was not shy about voicing her opinions. She confidently portrayed her characters with power and humor. Some people respected her courage, while others found her difficult to deal with. However, nobody could overlook her presence. Mae West made a significant impact on Hollywood that will be remembered for a long time. Her bold attitude, clever wit, and confident demeanor left a lasting impression. She is known for being unapologetically herself, regardless of others' opinions. Number 17. Josephine Baker. Josephine Baker was an American who became famous in Europe, particularly in France, as a dancer, singer, and actress. In 1927, she broke barriers by being the first black woman to lead a major movie called Siren of the Tropics. She won over audiences with her dazzling shows and fearless fashion choices, but there was more to her life than just glitz and glamour. During World War II, Josephine worked as a spy for the French resistance. She took advantage of her popularity and trips abroad to gather confidential intelligence. She concealed coded messages in her sheet music and hid photos on her person. While many admired her courage, her actions also put her in danger. Josephine also formed a group of kids she named the Rainbow Tribe. She took in 12 children from various backgrounds to demonstrate that people of all races could coexist peacefully. At first glance, it appeared to be a positive message about togetherness. However, her son Jean-Claude revealed that the family environment did not always feel genuine. He thought their lives were more about appearance than actual care and affection. Visitors at her estate were able to see the children singing and playing. Some people thought it seemed more like a performance than a family gathering. However, Josephine Baker is still seen as a strong and unforgettable person. Number 16. Tallulah Bankhead. Tallulah Bankhead was a famous Hollywood actress known for her outgoing personality and witty sense of humor. She was always candid in interviews and on set, earning her the admiration of reporters but causing concern for movie studios. Bankhead lived life according to her rules. She was well known for hosting wild parties, having a boisterous laugh, and enjoying being the center of attention. Her interviews were filled with unexpected anecdotes and bold statements that amused the media. On one occasion, she surprised everyone with a sassy comment to a young actress, displaying her playful and candid personality. As a kid, she liked breaking rules and causing trouble at school, which led to her being expelled multiple times. Her rebellious nature stuck with her as she grew older. Whether on stage or off, she always pushed boundaries, performing with confidence, joking freely, and never worrying about others' opinions. Even though people were often surprised by her actions, Bankhead left a lasting impression. She influenced characters in films and stories for many years with her fearless attitude. The next person's story on our list will leave you stunned. You'd never expect someone like her to be included. Number 15. Joan Crawford. Joan Crawford was born as Lucille Fay LeSueur on March 23, 1904, in San Antonio, Texas. She became a very famous Hollywood actress. Her roles in movies like Grand Hotel, 1932, The Women, 1939, and Mildred Pierce, 1945, earned her an Academy Award and made her very popular. Her on-screen presence was graceful, powerful, and memorable. Joan was recognized for her determination and strict standards behind the scenes. She placed great importance on her appearance and public image. An anecdote recounts her decision to rebuild a movie set due to unsatisfactory lighting. She dedicated herself to upholding her glamorous image and always strived to be perceived as the ideal movie star. However, her personal life had a contrasting narrative. Her interactions with her adopted daughter, Christina, were put under the spotlight following the publication of the memoir, Mommy Dearest, in 1978. The memoir detailed stringent regulations, fits of rage, and a lack of emotional connection. The anecdote of wire hangers became emblematic of this strained relationship. When Joan passed away, she did not include Christina and her adopted son Christopher in her will. This decision highlighted the complexity of her life, as she was both a glamorous legend and a person facing many challenges. Number 14. Katharine Hepburn. Katharine Hepburn was a highly respected actress in Hollywood, known for her confident demeanor and unique personality. She did not conform to traditional expectations and preferred to do things her way. In movies, she portrayed strong and tenacious female characters. In real life, she was equally courageous and self-reliant. She was dedicated to her craft and was not keen on taking orders from others, leading to conflicts with some people in the entertainment business. Different people had varying views about her. Some saw her as challenging, while others admired her for being assertive. She wasn't afraid to express her thoughts or take risks. While many women in Hollywood wore dresses, Hepburn confidently chose to wear pants, demonstrating her independence. Her career spanned more than 6 decades, during which she received 4 Academy Awards, the most by any actor. In her personal life, she remained authentic to herself. She was romantically involved with actor Spencer Tracy for a long time, but opted not to get married, prioritizing her independence over societal norms. Number 13. Marilyn Monroe. Marilyn Monroe was a well-known American actress and model, famous for her portrayals of charming and humorous blonde characters. She was a major Hollywood star for a decade, with her films grossing roughly $200 million by the time of her death in 1962. Despite her glamorous image, Marilyn experienced a lot of sadness in her personal life. She had a difficult upbringing because her mother, Gladys, suffered from mental illness and was unable to take care of her. Marilyn spent a lot of her early life in foster homes, longing for the warmth and affection of a true family. The struggles from her childhood continued to affect her as she grew older. While shooting Some Like It Hot, Marilyn Monroe frequently had difficulty controlling her emotions. She would unexpectedly burst into tears and isolate herself, turning to her acting coach for support. Her colleagues became agitated and began treating her poorly, worsening the situation for her. She had a unique way of communicating. When she was with close friends, she was honest and uninhibited, unafraid to stand out. Marilyn was a complicated, compassionate, and often misinterpreted person. Despite facing many challenges in life, she is still remembered as one of the most adored and iconic celebrities in Hollywood. Number 12. Vivien Leigh. Vivien Leigh was a famous actress known for playing Scarlett O'Hara in Gone with the Wind. She faced personal struggles in her life despite her success. Vivien worked to be taken seriously as an actress. She struggled with the fame that came with her career. Vivien experienced emotional difficulties and struggled with her work due to her bipolar disorder, causing sudden mood swings and outbursts during filming, leading to delays and stress for her co-workers. Her personal life was impacted by her struggles in marriage to actor Laurence Olivier, but she continued to deliver unforgettable performances and won 2 Academy Awards. At 53, she passed away, leaving behind a legacy of talent and strength. She is remembered as a gifted actress whose beauty touched many hearts. Number 11. Dorothy Dandridge. Dorothy Dandridge was an exceptional actress who achieved a historic milestone by becoming the first African-American woman to be nominated for an Academy Award for Best Actress. She faced discrimination in Hollywood and had a tough journey trying to be recognized and respected amid widespread racism. Dorothy persevered through challenges and often felt isolated due to the way she was treated by others. Some people on the set thought she was distant, but the reality was that she was just very focused on her work. She valued every role and hoped to be recognized for her talent. Her commitment may have made her appear quiet, but she was determined to excel in a sometimes harsh world. Her personal life was full of difficulties. She experienced 2 divorces, dealt with money problems, and battled with her mental health. As her work started to decrease, she became more selective about the jobs she took on. This caused some to view her as distant, but she was simply guarding herself from further hurt. Despite facing various challenges, Dorothy persevered and continued to showcase her talents by singing in nightclubs. Her bravery and determination inspired others and left a lasting mark as a pioneer in Hollywood. The next actress was known for her angelic face on stage, but behind the glitz, she was a completely different person. Number 10. Frances Farmer. Frances Farmer, an American actress, was famous for her beauty, talent, and strong determination. She appeared in many movies and gained recognition for not only her acting, but also her unique personality. Unlike other Hollywood stars, Frances did not like the glitz and glam. While others partied, she enjoyed simple nights with her husband, actor Leif Erikson. Paramount, her studio, tried to promote her as an unconventional star who did not conform to the norm. Frances faced many challenges in her life. Her personal problems affected her career and reputation. She struggled with addiction, frequently smoking and drinking in public. Her behavior was sometimes surprising, such as when she allegedly got into a fight with a hairdresser, ran topless down Sunset Boulevard, and later got into a bar brawl. Frances had a run-in with the Santa Monica police in October 1942. She was pulled over for having her headlights on high, which was against the blackout rules. She did not have a license and got into an argument with the officer. The situation escalated in 1943 when she got angry during a court appearance and ended up hurting multiple people while being removed. On movie sets, she was known for being challenging to work with. Some colleagues had trouble dealing with her. Frances Farmer had incredible talent but also faced many hardships. However, she still managed to make a lasting impact that is remembered even now. Number 9. Lucille Ball. Lucille Ball, a beloved comedian, gained fame for her memorable performances on I Love Lucy, bringing joy to many people. However, off-camera, she was known to have a more assertive personality. Lucy was recognized for her strong business acumen and confident demeanor, never shying away from speaking her truth. Her interviews revealed a woman who was authentically herself, and this fearlessness contributed to her success in the spotlight. However, sometimes her confidence caused conflicts with her co-workers. Outside of filming, Lucille's desire for perfection and commitment to doing her best were clear in her work. Behind the scenes, anecdotes frequently show her arguments with directors and fellow actors about comedic timing and alterations to the script. Certain colleagues characterized her as strict and challenging to collaborate with, particularly when situations did not unfold as expected. She had a reputation for being dominant and occasionally distant, quite different from the endearing, quirky character she played on TV. Despite appearing tough on the outside, people who knew Lucy well saw a different side of her. She was fiercely loyal and generous to those she trusted, even though she could be difficult to approach at times. Lucy Arnaz, her daughter, has mentioned that her relationship with her mother was complicated, acknowledging both the difficulties and the strong connection they had. Although Lucille Ball's fans still view her legacy positively, there are still rumors about her tough demeanor circulating in Hollywood. Number 8. Lana Turner. Julia Jean. Lana Turner was born on February 8, 1921 in Wallace, Idaho, and became a famous star in Hollywood. She was known for her beauty, talent, and captivating presence on screen, embodying the glamour of Hollywood's golden era. Despite starting as a girl from a small town, she quickly rose to fame and became one of the top actresses at MGM in the 1940s. Her movies were very successful, and her first film, They Won't Forget, 1937, made her a sensation. Films like Johnny Eager, 1941, and The Postman Always Rings Twice, 1946, solidified her as a household name. Although she appeared glamorous in public, Lana Turner's personal life was filled with suffering. Her relationships were frequently in the spotlight, as she was married 8 times to 7 different men and was romantically linked to well-known figures like Tyrone Power. The most famous incident in her life occurred in 1958 when her partner, Johnny Stompanato, ended in a confrontation. Her daughter, Cheryl Crane, was deemed to have acted in self-defense, but the incident caused a great deal of public shock and attention. Lana had difficulties with alcohol and medication that impacted her career, but she remained resilient. Her performance in Peyton Place, 1957, led to an Academy Award nomination, and her role in Imitation of Life, 1959, showcased her talent as an actress. Despite facing many challenges, Lana Turner's charisma and resilience allowed her to continue shining. Number 7. Rita Hayworth. Rita Hayworth was once considered the ultimate Hollywood beauty. She was adored for her looks, personality, and acting skills, making her one of the most popular stars of her era. She appeared to have everything, with fans everywhere falling in love with her. However, behind the glitz and glamour, Rita was dealing with inner turmoil. The demands of fame took a toll on her, and eventually it started to become visible. Her journey to fame happened fast, and she became the iconic face of old Hollywood in no time. However, constantly being the center of attention brought its challenges. She struggled with the pressure to always appear flawless and meet very high standards. As time went on, working on movie sets became increasingly difficult for her. Filmmakers started to notice that she was having difficulty concentrating and showing up on time. This caused delays on set, and some individuals began labeling her as being hard to collaborate with. Over time, Rita began showing more obvious signs of emotional difficulties. Her occasional outbursts caused concern among people close to her. It was apparent that the stress of her job had negatively affected her well-being. Nevertheless, she continued to be a cherished public figure. Rita Hayworth's life demonstrates that even famous people can experience deep sadness. Number 6. Marion Davies. Marion Davies was an American actress, producer, and generous woman who lived a glamorous, joyous, and intriguing life. She grew up in a religious school but dropped out to pursue her passion for acting. Caught the attention of newspaper tycoon William Randolph Hearst when she was 19 and working as a chorus girl in 1916. Their relationship lasted for 30 years and had a major impact on her life. Hearst used his influence to help her become a successful actress. Their affair was widely reported during Hollywood's golden era and even served as inspiration for the movie Citizen Kane. Davies became famous in Hollywood for her charm, fun personality, and daring sense of humor. One memorable moment was when she playfully tricked President Calvin Coolidge into drinking wine by telling him it was fruit juice, causing him to get a little drunk. Marion frequently spent time with her niece, Patricia Lake, while working at Hearst. However, Patricia had a secret that nobody knew about. Just before she passed away in 1993, she shocked everyone by confessing that she was the daughter of Marion Davies and William Randolph Hearst. To prevent any scandal, Davies had gone to Europe to have the baby in secret, and the child was raised by Davies' sister Rose, whose baby had passed away. Patricia said she found out the truth when she was 11 years old, and Hearst confirmed it on her wedding day. He even walked her down the aisle alongside Marion. If you think this is all, think again. The next person will completely change everything you thought you knew about an actress from Hollywood's golden age. Number 5. Greta Garbo. Greta Garbo was famous for her beauty, talent, and the air of mystery that surrounded her. Despite being one of the most well-known women in the world, she chose to avoid the limelight. Her desire for solitude was not just for show, it reflected her true feelings. Garbo cherished tranquility and seclusion, which became a defining aspect of her public persona. Despite being calm and quiet, Garbo had some behaviors similar to a diva that contributed to her appeal. She would ask for new flowers to be placed in her dressing room daily. While filming, she was highly dedicated to her craft and had precise ideas about how her characters should be portrayed. This occasionally led to conflicts with directors and fellow actors, as she was resistant to changes she did not approve of. One famous story portrayed Garbo as being reserved. When she unexpectedly visited a film set, she met actress Mary Pickford. Rather than being friendly, she mentioned that she was there to see someone else. Instances like this led to the perception that Garbo wasn't just private, but also occasionally distant. When Garbo retired from acting, she chose to live a private life away from the public eye. This decision added to her allure, as fans remained intrigued by her reclusive lifestyle. Even now, people are still captivated by her life and the decisions she made. Number 4. Faye Dunaway. Faye Dunaway is known for her incredible acting skills and her ability to portray characters with deep emotion. Her strong performances have earned her praise and respect in the entertainment industry. She had a captivating presence on screen that drew in audiences. Despite her successful career, there were also rumors about her challenging behavior off-camera. Despite her passion for her work and constant pursuit of excellence, some felt that she was too demanding. She had a reputation for butting heads with directors and actors on multiple occasions. Her assertive nature frequently led to conflict during production. She had a tendency to insist on doing things her way, which occasionally made others uneasy. During the filming of Mommy Dearest, there was a moment when she allegedly slapped a co-star on the first day, which drew attention. This incident was followed by more stories of her yelling, making strange requests, and being rude to crew members. Her behavior outside of work was also a topic of discussion. Some people mentioned her unusual habits and tendency to get angry easily. Other celebrities even spoke about their difficulties collaborating with her. However, despite the gossip, her skills and abilities were unquestionable. Faye Dunaway is still highly respected for her contributions to film. Fans and filmmakers remember her passion and talent as an actress. Number 3. Jean Harlow. Jean Harlow, the original blonde bombshell in Hollywood, was famous for her stunning looks and fearless attitude. She became a huge star in the golden age of Hollywood and captured audiences with her charisma on screen. However, off-screen, her feisty personality often made news as she spoke her mind and stood up for herself, sometimes even clashing with directors and fellow actors. Harlow was famous for being assertive. If she did not like a script, she would speak up. She did not hesitate to share her thoughts if a co-star wasn't doing their best. Her fearless attitude made her memorable, but also created drama on set. One well-known story involves her throwing a prop phone during an argument, illustrating the intensity of her actions. Harlow, known for her strong personality, had a successful career that was adored by audiences, making her one of the most popular actresses of her era. However, behind the glamour, her personal life was marked by sorrow. After Harlow's second husband, Paul Byrne, passed away by taking his life, she experienced a lot of emotional turmoil. She began using alcohol as a coping mechanism and fought against feelings of depression. Despite her happy demeanor, Harlow was suffering a great deal of internal anguish that people were unaware of. Tragically, her life was cut short at the age of 26, causing her fans to feel devastated. Number 2. Elizabeth Taylor. Elizabeth Taylor began her acting career at a young age, appearing in her first film at only 10 years old. She quickly became one of the most famous actresses in Hollywood, admired for both her looks and her acting abilities. In addition to her talent, Elizabeth was also known for her late nights, outspoken views, and tumultuous relationships. One of her biographers reported that she had a private encounter with 36-year-old actor Ronald Reagan when she was only 15 years old. While this story is not confirmed, it became part of her complex history. However, as time passed, one of the most emotionally disturbing moments in her life took place with someone she was deeply connected to. In 1949, at the age of 17, Debbie Reynolds started working at MGM. Elizabeth Taylor was already a popular actress at that time, and they both attended school on the studio's premises. Despite their differences, they developed a close friendship. By 1955, Debbie had tied the knot with singer Eddie Fisher, while Elizabeth wed director Mike Todd 2 years later. The two couples became well known in Hollywood, often seen together and loved by their fans. In 1958, there was a sad event when Mike Todd passed away in a plane crash, only a year after marrying Taylor. Devastated, Taylor relied on Debbie for help. Debbie even sent Eddie to console her friend. However, their friendship took a turn when Eddie and Taylor began a romantic relationship. This surprising news upset everyone. Eddie ended his marriage with Debbie and wed Taylor in 1959. The public was displeased, and Debbie ended her friendship with Taylor. After 5 years, Taylor left Eddie for actor Richard Burton, whom she met while working on the movie Cleopatra. Debbie also moved on and found happiness. As Taylor's relationship with Burton started, she and Debbie began to reconcile. By 1966, the two women had finally repaired their friendship. But who topped the list? You'll be left speechless when you find out. Number 1. Ava Gardner. Ava Gardner was once recognized as one of the world's most attractive women. She was famous for her charisma and stunning appearance, leading a luxurious life of extravagant parties and chic cocktail lounges. However, beneath the glamorous facade, her life was marked by sadness, difficult decisions, and criticism from the public. She was in the public eye for dating well-known men such as Mickey Rooney and Frank Sinatra. Her romance with Sinatra caused a lot of drama. When she split from Rooney, she began a relationship with Sinatra, who left his wife and kids for her. This surprised the public, upset the media, and even got negative attention from the Catholic Church. Many people accused Gardner of causing a family to break up and unfairly called her a troublemaker. During her relationship with Sinatra, she had to make some difficult choices. She got pregnant 2 times, but it was challenging for actresses to be mothers in Hollywood back then. The studio she was signed with, MGM, had strict regulations. Actresses were supposed to prioritize their careers over starting a family, and there was little assistance for working moms. As a result, Gardner had no option but to terminate both pregnancies. During her time filming Mambo in Africa, she caught people's attention with her off-screen behavior. Instead of the usual luxury, she would unwind by taking a bath in a basic canvas tub under the hot African sun. However, this innocent activity was deemed scandalous by the authorities in the area because she was not completely clothed. Ava Gardner appeared glamorous in public, but privately, she struggled with the pressures of love, career, and identity. If you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe, and also click the next video shown on your screen.